Happy Friday. Phil Lindemann with your news from Avalanche Physical Therapy on Krystal 93. Crews are making progress on the Ptarmigan Fire, now 10% contained on the western flank. That's the same side closest to homes. The fire has not grown in 3 days, holding steady at 85 acres. You can expect to see firefighters up there for several weeks until the snow piles up. Fire danger is moderate today, inspired by a warm, dry forecast for the next week at least. There is no fire ban, though. Backyard fires are allowed with a permit. Campfires are good to go at campgrounds and in the backcountry.
Good morning, Summit County. It is so great to be here live and in person with you.
Several hundred people came to Copper today for the annual COO Summit, where executives from our 5 local ski areas previewed this season and lessons from last year. Basin's Al Henseroth.
Surprisingly, we learned some things through COVID, and some of our learning was really accelerated. And, our change a couple years ago to try to ease the weekends and what we were forced to do during COVID to keep our numbers from being too big, those things really aligned.
That means selling 10% fewer season passes this season, and they are already 90% sold out. Basin also gets a new small restaurant at the base of Lenawee Face, and this coming summer, Lenawee Chair is doubling in size to a 6-pack. Keystone hopes to open the upgraded Peru Chair 6-pack by this November, and Breckenridge debuts a new 4-chair at Peak 7. The downtown parking structure opens November 11th, one day before opening at Breck. Loveland's Rob Goodell had big news for cat skiing just east of Lift 8.
It's a very unique experience, over 500 acres back there that's very accessible terrain. You don't have to be an expert skier and rider. It's a wonderful experience.
That cat skiing expansion is several years in the making. At Loveland Valley, a new lodge opens in February, adding 14,000 square feet. Copper has a new motto, the Athletes Mountain, inspired by the U.S. Ski Team Training Center opening late this month and the Grand Prix Olympic qualifier in December. Loveland, Keystone, and Basin were cagey about when opening day is going to happen, and with good reason. Joel Gratz of Open Snow.
October 11th to the 15th is when we're tracking the next potentially colder, potentially snowier storm heading into the western U.S. Too early to know if that's going to impact Colorado or just other parts of the western United States.
But he's got a warning about October snow of any depth.
The snowfall we get each season has virtually no correlation to the snowfall that we do or do not get early in the season.
This season brings a weak La Nina, which tends to mean more for Wyoming, Montana, and the Pacific Northwest than it does for Colorado. Long-range forecast from the National Weather Service predicts above-average temperatures and maybe below-average precipitation now through December. It's going to be quieter with less car exhaust in Vail Village this winter. Krystal correspondent Tony Morrow with more.
A new pilot program this winter in Vail Village will replace larger delivery trucks with smaller electric delivery vehicles. Ryan Kinney is with the Vail PD.
Loading and delivery has been such an issue in the village, and what we're trying to do is improve our guest experience while also benefiting the environment as much as we can with electric delivery vehicles. Some days there's wall-to-wall 18-wheelers down there unloading.
The Vail Town Council has committed $380,000 towards the effort. Vail Mayor Dave Chapin.
We're a pedestrian village, so we should do everything we can to enhance that pedestrian experience.
Local courier company 106 West is helping the town with the project. Tony Morrow, Krystal 93 News.
In sports, the Rockies open their final series of the season with the Diamondbacks at 7:40. On Sunday, the Broncos play the Ravens at 2:25 on CBS. And in local sports, Summit High Volleyball plays Steamboat Springs away today. Tigers football is on a bye week. Tomorrow, Summit Girls Rugby plays the Palmer Sevens tournament in Colorado Springs. Boys soccer faces Lutheran at home, and cross country has their home meet up at Copper Mountain. Phil Lindemann with your news from Avalanche Physical Therapy on Krystal 93.